The March 23rd, 2026, Beatty Town Advisory Board meeting. Item number 1, everybody please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, moving on to item number 2, general public comment. 3-minute time limit per person. Action will not be taken on matters considered during this period until specifically included on an agenda as an action item. Do we have any public comment?
Hello, this is Carolyn Allen, A-L-L-E-N, Town Board Chair of Amargosa Valley. I'm here to tell you we're under attack at Ash Meadows again. I'm going to ask 2 asks. Probably one will take one and I'll take it at the end of public comment. Tidewater solar project is coming, or is proposed, exactly where Rover Metals was that launched the mineral withdrawal. It also comes up between 373 and Ash Meadows, and then up on the top where Fairbanks is, Fairbanks Springs. It's 10,122 acres. It kind of overlaps some of La Haas's expansion plan that's in the BLM right now. And it's within the mineral withdrawal, but is what somebody told me, it's not a mineral, Carolyn.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask is for number 1, that I'm going to come in a couple of weeks and ask that you write a letter of disapproval of that project. And I'm also going to ask you for the support of it to initiate and support an NCA, a National Conservancy area in and around Amargosa Valley, for Ash Meadows. And so we had named it for Amargosa Valley, but there's a national monument going in the California side, and so not to get it confused, and because Ash Meadows has such a good reputation right now, we're going to put it for Ash Meadows, and it'll be about 200,000 acres. Okay, thank you, I appreciate it. I gave Carrie all the backup.
Right. Thank you. Any other public comment? Okay. Here are none, we'll move on to item number 3, approval of the agenda for the Beatty Town Advisory Board meeting of March 23rd, 2026.
Please pull item 5, emergency items.
Okay, polling item 5. Item 4, for possible action, approval of Beatty Town Advisory Board workshop and meeting minutes dated March 9, 2026.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Beatty Town Advisory Board workshop and meeting minutes dated March 9th, 2026.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 And for the record, Elizabeth and Kelly absent. Okay, item 6, board members' comments. These items are limited to announcements, brief discussion of public comments, corrections or factual inoccurrences, directions to staff or topics proposed for future board meetings. Lengthy deliberation of topics not on the agenda is prohibited by Nevada open meeting law. Kyle, do you have anything?
Nope.
Terry?
No.
And I have nothing. That's better. Okay. Item 7, consent agenda items. These are items the staff recommends for approval. The board reserves the right to move any consent agenda item to the regular segment of the agenda should issues arise that need to be addressed. 7A, for possible action, discussion of any item from the consent agenda items that need reviewed before a decision is made. Is there anything we want to pull out of these? Nope. Okay, 7B, for possible action, approval of the town vouchers in the amount of $2,969.60.
I make a motion, we approve payment on the vouchers for $2,969.60.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passing 3-0.
you, sir.
Okay, moving on to item number 8, reports informational only. Secretary.
Hi, Carrie Radomski, County Administrative Coordinator. Saturday, March 28th, here at the Beatty Community Center, there will be a celebration of life for Ronnie Oden in the medium room from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Just wanted to let everybody know and remind everybody that there will be an Easter egg hunt this year at Cottonwood Park. It's sponsored again by the Beatty Lions Club. It's Saturday, April 4th, and it starts at 10 a.m. And they do need volunteers to help get everything set up. 7 to 10 people at the park in the morning. And if you would like to volunteer, I can happily get you the phone number of the person to talk to, so just let me know. That's all I have.
Thank you. All right. Item 9, general business. 9A, for possible action, discussion, deliberation, and decision to send a letter regarding the Federal Aviation Administration FAA lighting requirements for the Greenlink West transmission line to the FAA, Nevada Test and Training Range, NTTR, Bureau of Land Management, BLM, and Nevada Energy. Kevin Emmerich, Kevin is on the phone.
Yeah, Kevin, if you can hear me, go ahead and unmute your microphone.
Okay, I am unmuted. I'm wondering if you can hear me okay, because I have a pretty bad connection.
I can hear you fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mute the internal microphone and you go ahead and speak, okay?
Okay, thank you. Okay, my name is Kevin Emmerich. You all know me, I've been here a while, and I'm making a suggestion or request to you in response to the NV Energy talk that we had at the town board meeting about 30 days ago or so. As you remember, he said that they were not going to move the Greenlink line to resolve the military airspace issue, but they were going to install lights on several towers. However, they couldn't say where the towers were. I don't think they decided yet. It's still in a planning stage. And so I wanted to do this at this time. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I had some family issues. I had to be away. But thank you for listening to this. A little background on this. The BLM in their public meeting didn't say that this was going to happen, but the decisions came forth from the Air Force and the FAA as well. And so obviously, a large tower of 180 feet with large wires on them are a risk to aircraft, and so they have to do something about that to maintain the safety. And so they want to put some red flashing lights on the top of those. And we think that probably will create some visual disturbances. I don't think they would see it from the town of Beatty. However, it will be seen from Oasis Valley, and there are mountain bike trails, there are off-road trails out there, and there are residents up here. And Beatty does have a goal to expand its tourism potential, and I think the night sky has a really big appeal. The BLM said to us that they would not have the lights to maintain the night sky. So here's what I'm suggesting. When I was at Death Valley National Park in the 1990s, there was a new beacon light installed in the local airport down there. And this light was actually on all night just to accommodate any planes that might come in. And in a series of about a year, several visitors complained about how visible it was and how it could be seen, just from about everywhere. And so what they did is they installed a type of software that's called, I believe, pilot activated lighting. And essentially what that is when the pilot arrives, the software activates the safety lights, and so they can see everything. I'm not really sure how feasible this would be for the Greenlink line. It's a lot of lights. Apparently they want to put lighted ball markers on the wires as well. but I think it might be worth a try if you all agree with me that this might be an impact. I don't want to put any pilots at risk, but if this is a feasible mitigation for these night lights, I would wonder if you would all be willing to write a letter to the FAA, to the BLM, to the NV Energy, and to the Air Force to see if they could all work that out. When I asked the NV Energy representative about it, he said he would work with us and he would listen to that. And so that would just be my suggestion. Again, maybe there would be problems with safety, maybe there would be legal problems, they might say it's too expensive. I don't know how that will actually pan out, but we won't know if we don't try. And so that's essentially what I have to say, and I want to thank you for listening to this comment. Thanks.
Hey, Kevin, this is Perry. They basically got something like that when I was working for Buildings and Grounds. I don't know if it's still intact or not. But the aircrafts used to be able to turn on the runway lights and adjust the brightness. I believe it was frequency of 122.5 FM. And they could more likely set it up so when you key up the microphone in the series of patterns of key ups that they had to do to make it work, it would turn on the beacon and also the runway lights.
Kevin, you can speak if you need to.
If that was a question, I'm sorry I could not hear it. I apologize.
No problem. Perry was just saying he was familiar with a mechanism similar to that at the Beatty Airport several years ago.
And they activated the lights by radio from the airplane.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions for Kevin? Kyle, anything?
I don't have any questions, but he's right, there's nothing to hurt by asking.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
worth a
Asking's a
shot.
good idea, yeah.
They can't say yes if you don't ask.
Yes. All right, anybody else on the phone got anything?
Erica, do you have any comments?
Yeah, I think I do, Erling,
Give me 1 second, Erica. Erica, give me 1 second. Let me get you queued up. Okay, go ahead.
I think it's a good idea to send the letter. You know, they can tell us what the requirements are and, you know, what, kind of applications are there. I mean, there's maybe more than one thing and one may not be as impactful as another. And also, we need to remind people that we are paying attention. So I think it's a good idea all around. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. All right, any other comments? Debbie?
Debbie Baker. I would be interested to know, we can't be the only community that's concerned about the red lights that are on the beacons. I don't know if Kevin has heard of any other community that has this concern and how they addressed it, but the dark skies is pretty popular.
Yes, it
So
is.
we can't be the only ones.
I think we may be the only ones close enough to the Air Force Base that I know they put some down by Indian Springs, you can see if you travel down to Vegas at night, and they're close, but I don't know if anybody further north, I think Goldfield's even too far north to be affected by TTR. That might be why it might just be us.
Any other questions? Okay, here now, call for a motion.
Hang on. Do we have any other comment? Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
A motion to approve the 9A is written on today's agenda.
Second.
okay, motion second, any other discussion? Here none, we'll call for the vote. Everybody in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0.
Never heard that.
No, it doesn't. All right, moving on to 9B, for possible action, discussion, deliberation, decision to send letters of support for the US 95 Nye County north and southbound passing lanes to Senator Cortez Masto and Rosen and Representative Horsford, Beatty Town Office.
Hi, Carrie Radomski, Town Administrative Coordinator. On March 5th, the office received an email requesting letters of support for US 95 north and southbound passing lanes project. Draft letters were attached for your consideration. Minor modifications were made to the letter to make them Beatty specific.
Okay, thank you. Any questions about this? You know, extra passing lanes on this highway is a great thing. You know, I think that'll help a lot. Debbie?
Debbie Baker. Are these the passing lanes that are down here that they're putting in at Lathrop Wells and then 95 north of Beatty? Those. Can we add to that, please make them 4-lane through the entire county on 95?
How about the whole state and forget Interstate 11?
Well, I don't care, I'm concerned about Nye County.
Yeah.
Clark County can do their own thing, so can we, you know.
Any other questions?
Anybody on the phone or online have a question or comment?
Hi, Erica Durling again.
Give me 1 sec, Erica. Hang on, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, now you should be good to go.
Passing lanes are a great idea, and on what Debbie said about the 4 lanes, anywhere we got 4 lanes going is future Interstate 11. We'll get a sign like that, because it doesn't take a lot to widen it from 4 lanes to what the interstate needs. So, but we need more passing lanes, most definitely. So, I'm all in favor of that.
Thank you, Erica. Teresa?
Teresa Sullivan, I'm just gonna build on that. The number of near-death accidents I've been on this road is outrageous. And yes, the passing lanes are helpful, but there's so many places where there is no passing lane and people pass anyway. So everything and anything we can do to get more passing lanes, 4 lanes, might save lives in this room.
Yep. Thank you. Any other comment? Okay, hearing none, we'll call for a motion on 9B.
I make a motion that we send the letter to Cortez Masto and Rosen and Representative Horsford about the north and southbound passing lanes on US 95.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other comments? Okay, hearing none, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 3-0. Okay, item 9C, for possible action, discussion, deliberation, and decision to submit comments on the Death Valley National Park Draft Accessibility Self-Evaluation and Transition Plan. Comment deadline April 16, 2026, Beatty Town Office. Carrie.
Hi, Carrie Radomski, Town Administrative Coordinator. On March 16th, the office received an email request for comment on the evaluation of accessibility across Death Valley National Park. I reviewed the document that they sent and the information in it and drafted a letter, which is included in your packet. And so we can make modifications or send as is, or not send.
Yeah, letter looked good to me. Any comments, questions? All right, Debbie.
No, what are they talking about? What, I mean, audio visual enhancements, what are they talking about?
It's
Accessibility?
ADA stuff, I think. It's the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Yeah.
They're changing to meet modern requirements. to change the-
Cross, Death Valley, I'm not sure I understand what that means.
The document's available online. You can read the specific exhibits that they're planning on making the changes to. They do mention Furnace Creek Visitor Center, Stovepipe Wells Village, 16 trailheads and viewpoints, 5 campgrounds. The implementation strategy outlines improvements such as adjusting ramp slopes, reducing and reducing the force required to operate water spigots, and updating grab bar heights. They also talk about installing braille and audio assistance around displays and things like that. So it's an entire feature of the park evaluation that the park staff did, and this is the plan they submitted to the National Park Service, saying these are the things we want to do. And they're just asking us to support them in that request.
Any other questions? Okay, do we have the board got a question or comment? Okay, oh, yeah, Patty.
I think that being the gateway to Death Valley, that if we approve this and go with this, it would just enhance our standing for visitors, and it would be a good thing.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Can I get a motion on 9C?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve 9C as written on today's agenda.
Second. Motion and a second. Any other comments? Hearing none, let's call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Passing 3-0. Item 10, general public comment. 3-minute time limit per person. Action will not be taken on the matters considered during this period until specifically included on an agenda as an action item. Any public comment?
Just asking. Is there any public comment on the phone?
Nope. Okay,
I'm all right, thank you, good meeting you guys.
thank you, Eric. All right, here no other public comment. Item 11, adjournment.
I motion to adjourn at 6:23.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, passing 3-0, adjourn.
Just
Thank you
for-
all so much.
Just for the matter of record, I'd like to say aye too.
There's a 6-12 principle.
Probably not.
That's the NCA they're gonna propose.